This is Tom Myers, Superintendent of Bellevue Community Schools in Bellevue, Iowa, coming to you this week for the latest edition of the Believe in the Blue update. I want to let you know of a few things going on. Hopefully everybody knows we have parent-teacher conferences both today, which is Wednesday, and tomorrow, Thursday, October 14 and 15. We dismiss classes 3 hours early. Teachers have some professional development we do from 12:30 to 2, and then conferences run from 3:30 to 8 at the elementary. You more than likely have been scheduled in for a specific time. At the middle school, high school, you come out on your own during those times. Check in at the front desk there, or just kind of, if you have questions, go to the front desk, and Miss Sullivan will assist you there with getting to the classroom. She does have some maps of the building too for you to get around and find teachers if you don't know where they're at anymore or have never visited. So it's a great opportunity to find out what is going on with your students. It's not the end of the quarter yet. It's not all about the grades. You obviously want to know how your kids are doing, but it's a time for sharing what's going on from both the teacher's perspective and the parent's perspective, quite likely more importantly, the parent's perspective that way. So I encourage you to attend that. If you have any questions, feel free to contact the school before that about certain times. If you cannot make it tonight, contact the school, or tomorrow night, either one, contact the school, and we can set up an individual time to meet with the teachers that you would like to meet with, or all of them. I encourage you to meet with all of them, but we can make that happen at the middle school, high school with Mr. Raker. Elementary, like I said, you're normally scheduled in already, but just contact Mrs. Hartung Schrader there. Other upcoming events, along with no school on Friday as a result. Tomorrow evening is a cross-country meet, middle school and high school. It's the River Valley Conference meet, and that is at Monticello, and that begins at 4:30. Both boys and girls will be participating. So it should be a great meet. Friday night, we have a home football game, the final home football game of the year. That is against Durant. The Comets are in line for a playoff bid if they win out their next two games after fighting through some injuries and some very tough competition early. They've come around well lately, and they've hopefully a good chance to win their next two games and can move on to the playoffs. Next week on Monday, there's a school board meeting at 6:30 that evening. At 6 o'clock that night, there's a JV football game against Durant, and that is also at home. On Tuesday, the varsity girls volleyball team opens up regional play at North Cedar versus North Cedar. I believe that is at 7 o'clock as well. And then next Thursday, the high school cross country team has their state qualifying meet, and that is in Cedar Rapids, and that begins at 3 o'clock. It's a 1A and 4A meet. They're running 4 different races between boys and girls that way, so that begins at 3 o'clock. Encourage you to get out and support the Comets in any way you can. Remember, when we get to the first weekend in November, we have the musical Shrek coming up. That's always a great time to see a musical, and this year's production of Shrek should be outstanding. Mr. Sturdivant, our new vocal teacher and new drama director, is in charge of that, and I'm looking very forward to that myself. It should be a great one. October 24th, there are all-state auditions, and we have a few people doing that. Drew Chapman from the band is doing trumpet, auditioning there, and then Jacob Till, a sophomore, and Haley Severning, a senior, are auditioning for the vocal aspect of that. So good luck to them. That's once again on October 24th. Speaking of music and fine arts, the band, the Comet Marching Band, got a Division II rating, 2 points away from a Division I rating out at Cedar Rapids last Saturday. Great job. If you happen to see them at the football games this year, I would hope you'd be very impressed. I was very impressed with what they did an outstanding job. The students they have out there are just doing a wonderful job. Mr. Davies as the director, Mrs. Meetinger with the color guard, doing an outstanding job. Just want to congratulate them on what they've accomplished so far, and I'm sure you'll be seeing many good things out of them in the future as well. One final thing here, just want to read you a little quote from the book Creative Schools by Ken Robinson. It's just a little aspect of education I think is important to recognize. The classroom should not be about direct instruction. None of us liked it, and none of us felt particularly engaged. The teachers don't like it either. They feel like they're just shooting information into a vacuum. Human beings should not be passive. When they get together, they should be interacting with each other. They should be solving problems, or they should be making things. Well, speaking of that, that is what we're trying to do here. More and more moving to those type of settings in classrooms. It's beyond the textbook, more than what's in the textbook. It's getting out, interacting with the community. I hope to hear that if you have students in school, that you are getting updates from your students' teachers on what they're doing in class. Maybe not directly what your student is doing for grade wise and things like that. You can check that online. But I would encourage you to contact them as well if you have concerns. But hopefully you're hearing about what they're doing. What are they doing in Spanish class? What are they doing in math class? What are they doing in third grade? What are they doing in second grade? If you have not, please contact them and find out. We're putting things out on social media, emails, whatever the case is. So if you forgot where that information is, contact the teacher as well, and we will go from there. But I hope everyone has a great day. Remember, no school on Friday. We'll start back up to school on Monday again. Everyone have a great day.